Yo, what is up, YouTube? I'm coming to you today with high and exciting hopes and positive vibes. You know why? Because we're interchange of positive change and transitions and progress in the world of sports. Two very important things, events that have taken place just in this past week in sports. Number one, the MLS All-Star game. The MLS All-Stars beating a Europe powerhouse. And also, number two, Becky Hammon being the first female coach in a major sport to be, or the first female. Well, I basically just said it there, but you get the point. All right, so number one, with the MLS All-Star game beating a Europe powerhouse, the All-Star game in the MLS has transitioned to this format where they play a European powerhouse or a powerhouse from the Premier League or whatever, the best leagues in the world. They get a team and they play the best players in our entire league in here in America, the MLS. And the game is grown a lot of popularity. Back in 2010 in Houston, the game sold out with over 71,000 attendees there and fans there waiting to watch the game. It's a great thing for the MLS every single year, but a lot of the criticism was that the MLS guys never won. And there was a lot of talk about it. Maybe some of the players will rather just have a simple East-West format. Keep it simple and, relax like every other All-Star game and every other sport. And don't try to make it competitive. And just keep it, within the league instead of bringing over a team from another league in the world, the best league in the world, and having a competitive thing, trying to prove, our league can beat your league or whatever. So a lot of people were complaining about that, and especially this year, it seemed like it was gonna be, because one player got hurt. I forgot who it was, but they just got the replacement for him this morning or yesterday from the Portland Timbers. That was the hosting All-Star Games team, and the guy that they had to replace him only played 3 games this year. So it's like, the MLS, they want to be taken more seriously, whatever, want to grow the popularity, want to get the All-Star game, make sure the fans know, this format we're going to keep, and we're going to keep it for good. And then they just have this guy come up that's only played 3 matches this year. I don't know how you're going to take that seriously. And everybody's like, maybe you need to change it. And this was really a breaking point. This win for them tonight, 2-1 over the team, is a really great sign for Major League Soccer. They needed this. The MLS really needed this for the popularity of their sport and just to prove, their progress of, the guys, Clint Dempsey, Michael Bradley, those guys after the World Cup, they're growing popularity. They're going to get paid more from their MLS squads. And then also you're talking about, you're also speaking about the expansion teams we have coming in the league the next couple of years. Orlando's having a expansion team coming in. And in 2017, Atlanta's going to have their new, team coming in. So the MLS is just getting bigger. And it's a great thing for America and the growing sport of the game of football in America. And number two, Becky Hammon. Becky Hammon, obviously one of the greatest players in WNBA history and women basketball history. 16 years, a handful of All-Star appearances. I'm unsure if she has any championships. I'm pretty sure she does though. Former New York Liberty point guard, now with the San Antonio Stars, and she helped coach San Antonio this past postseason to a championship, and she was just there as a helper, and obviously she's a great basketball player, great basketball mind. So the hire didn't surprise me at all, but it's still a big deal because it's the first female coach in a major league sport. So congrats to Becky Hammon. Congrats to women's basketball breaking down barriers and only getting better with their sport too. you have so much excitement going on in the WNBA. There's not that many lights on it, but let me just highlight some of the things that's going on in the WNBA right now. So first of all, you have your top teams, which are your Phoenix Mercury. They have Brittany Griner, Candice Dupree, Diana Taurasi, just to name a few. You have the Minnesota Lynx, who have Maya Moore, of course, and the other scorer, Simone Augustus, I believe her name is. She's a great scorer as well. Maya Moore has been going off, just scoring 40 points. She scored 40 points twice in like a couple weeks ago, if not last week or whatever. And those are your top teams in the West. In the East, you have the Atlanta Dream. They had the All-Star Game MVP and scoring champ for a couple years. Angel McCoughtry, All-Star Game MVP was Shoni Schimmel, and she's a rookie from Stanford. And it's so much excitement. And Skylar Diggins, obviously, Candace Parker. You have so much excitement. Elena Deladon's coming. Hopefully, we're praying she comes back from an injury just in time for playoffs. You have so much excitement going on in the WNBA right now. Women's basketball is getting better. Brittany Griner's dunking. The All-Star Game was entertaining to watch. The players are getting more stronger and faster and more athletic. It's becoming a great game, the WNBA. So thumbs up to Becky Hammon for help breaking down those barriers. Okay, and another thing I want to talk about real quick, I'm just going to add this on. American football. We started off the video with football, and now we're going to start with American. Now we're going to go to American football. And the Hard Knocks, the Atlanta Falcons. What did you think about episode number 1? It was very entertaining, quite interesting episode. The team was funny. You know, it was so many things. William Moore's house. William Moore has a palm tree in his house and a pool. Wait, and he has every pair of Jordans ever made. That is unheard of, William Moore. And they had the rookie. He had the nickname Cupcake, and he was like the biggest guy on the field. And they was like, "Hey, Cupcake," and he was like, "Yeah." And it was just stuff like that. It was a very entertaining episode. Corey Bierman, his spot is on the line, coming back from injury, taking criticism for being a reality TV show star because he married a lady, Kim Zolciak. I think that's how you pronounce her name. I'm not sure. I don't really watch Desperate Housewives of Atlanta, but he married one of them, and so he's been struggling staying healthy. So everybody's just like, you know, he's struggling right now in training camp, and they say if he doesn't get his act together by the end of the preseason, he might very well be out the door. So Corey Bierman, get your act together. Jake Matthews is going to be a great rookie and a great player, a great addition for this offensive line. They need to protect Matt Ryan. I see the Falcons this year. The Falcons are one of the more unpredictable teams, but I think after seeing that Hard Knocks episode 1, I think it's pretty safe to say the Falcons will be a wild card for this year. I'm not sure if they'll win the division, but they'll definitely be a wild card team this year. And I think with their experience and by the time they get their chemistry up by the end of the season, in the postseason, they can make another run to the NFC Championship game. And that's the sleeper pick. So that's it for me. Y'all be easy and stuff. Love y'all.